Yo, what's going on, you savages? The boy John O'Connor is here, and today I'm gonna be bringing you guys another Call of Duty tutorial, sort of like. I'm trying to go off to sort of going on the same thing or theme as my glitches, but I'm gonna be bringing you guys another PC tutorial, and I think the last one I did of this roughly was one of my Minecraft server tutorials, I believe. But I don't know. That's just a rough guess. I probably did some after that, but. Yeah, in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to get Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Redacted, or a cracked/free version for PC pretty easily with basically all the DLC, I believe, besides Origins, I believe. That's the only thing that you're not going to get DLC out of this, and the buried actually doesn't work. But other than that, it's basically everything in the game. You have half the camos and all, but, you know, besides that, I'm going to try not to ramble anymore. I'm just going to try to jump straight into it, because I know I do ramble a lot in my videos. But, yeah, this is a 100% safe method of doing it, and it is a torrent. So you're going to need uTorrent. If you guys don't like uTorrent, then you can click off this video, because it's going to be using uTorrent. But once you go ahead and download uTorrent and install uTorrent, and if you guys think uTorrent's a virus and you're still watching this video for some reason, just when you're installing it, make sure you actually read, because when you're installing it, it actually installs other programs with it. I don't know if those are viruses or not. Maybe that's why people say it's a virus. But just make sure you don't check the box that says install this program with it and blah blah blah. So once you have uTorrent installed, you're going to want to go ahead and download all 5 of these files, and you should be able to download all 5 of these, including the DLCs, in under 30-ish minutes or so, which means you should be able to get the game in under an hour. So once you download all of these, which is the nightly, which is the actual redacted patch, the other patch, the 2 DLCs, and the actual game, go ahead and double-click the uTorrent file. And I already have it installed and everything, of course. But once you double-click it, you're going to want to go ahead and click, it's going to bring up a different thing, and you're just going to click OK, and it's just going to add it to your seating and all this crap. And then it's going to start to download completely. And once it's completely downloaded, you're going to want to go ahead and double click it. Which, my computer's dying. uTorrent just died on me. So, alright. So once it's completely done, which obviously mine is, because it'll say seeding, you're going to want to double click it. And it might say that this might contain files that will harm your computer, but anything on uTorrent that you open after it's downloaded will automatically do that, because that's just what uTorrent does, because it's not going to tell you, it's just going to say that. So don't worry, it's not a virus or anything. You can go ahead and scan like everything in the downloads. So once you go ahead and double click it, once it's done doing its torrent thing, you're going to get this. Now from here, you're going to want to go, you only have these files, you don't have this folder, but once you have all these part 1 through 5, you're going to want to double click part 1, and you're going to want to find your destination where you want to install your games, or your game directory for the game. Personally, I like to put mine along with all my Steam games in my Steam apps under common and everything else, which I'm going to go ahead and show you just where mine is. Sorry if I can desktop blah. Alright, so this is where mine is. In my program files, Steam apps, common, under all my Steam games. Even though this is obviously a cracked thing, I put all my other things that are cracked in here just so they're all in one place. But my computer's dying. I don't really know what it's doing right now. But once you double click this, and once you go ahead and double click, maybe I need to exit uTorrent, maybe that's what it is. I'm gonna pause this recording. Alright, so once you go ahead and double click Black Ops 2 No Steam Part 1, it's gonna bring up this little installation thing. And you're gonna go ahead and pick where you put your games, which obviously I told you where I put mine. I put mine in my Steam directory for my Steam games. Which would, if you guys do that too, you go to this PC, local disk, program files, Steam apps, common, and then you do make new folder and you name it whatever. But I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and install a clean copy of this on a different file. I might as well. So I'm gonna go to desktop, make new folder. I'm just gonna make this new folder, I guess. And I'm gonna select new folder, and then I'm gonna click OK, and I'm gonna click install, and I'm gonna go through the whole installation process again, just for you guys. You know what I'm saying. So I guess I'll see you guys when all this is done. By the way, you don't need to do part 1 and keep installing them. It'll go through part 1 through 5 automatically through this one installer. That's why these are actual file folders, and this is the actual installation application, if that makes any sense. So once it's done, I will see you guys in yeah. Alright, so when the full installation is done, it's going to bring up a couple websites on no Steam. You know, the HTML shit, you know, advertising and all that. And it should bring up a command prompt, which it didn't actually bring it up then. But well, I think it did, but it shut it back down. Don't exit out of that. Make sure you click enter or click a key like spacebar or something. Which I don't know why it shut down. I think I accidentally exited out of it. But once that fully installs, you have all your standard files in the thing called new folder, and you can have another one called Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and you can have the main game files. But it's not going to work yet, of course, because that's where you have the other files. And once you have this installed, you don't need that anymore, so you can exit out of that. And from here, you're going to want to go ahead and install both your DLCs to the same directory, which in this case, you double click one or the other, and it's going to take forever to load again. So once the DLC, so-and-so, whatever, 3 or 4, whichever one you loaded first, loads up, go ahead and select your directory, which in this case is Call of Duty Black Ops 3. That's a new mistake I made before once, my first time installing this on my new PC, because it's the same method I did on my old PC as well. When I tried to install it, I just clicked new folder, or the Black Ops 2 cracked, which is in my common. I just clicked it, and then I installed it. And then everything installed, like, again, like, on the outside of that. Make sure you click Call of Duty Black Ops 2 inside of the directory you picked, if that makes any sense. Which it should make sense. And then go ahead and install it. Which you don't get what I'm saying. I kept installing it just here. And you're supposed to install it in here with all your other stuff. So make sure you install it there, and not just in that file in the middle of nowhere. Just, like, out and about. So this should install fairly quickly. And I don't know if I'm going to have to cut here. Might as well cut, because I don't feel like rambling. So once the DLC 3 or 4 installs, you know, you're going to get another one of those HTML things pulling up. So it'll, you know, no Steam websites, you know, pulling up. So just go ahead and exit out of those before they pull up any ads and shit. And hopefully this will load. DLC 4, which is the other DLC you need to install. If it'll pull up. Come on. Alright, this is going to be a cut. Alright, so once that is done installing, or once it pulls up, click yes, and then you install it. In the same thing, sorry I was tripping up, I didn't know what I was talking about there. Make sure you install it in your Black Ops 2, not just the directory, if that makes any sense. As I said that a second ago, go ahead and install it. It'll install fairly quick, as I said. Alright, again, it pulls up some websites, and here's another thing I was talking about. This should pull up every time you're done installing something, but it hasn't been, because I think I'm accidentally exiting out of it, which you shouldn't do. Once it pulls up, just press any key, go ahead and press space or enter or whatever, really any key, and it should go ahead and install. Next, I don't remember if you need to install the patch, or if you need to unzip it and drag files in. But I'm gonna go ahead and take a chance and say that you need to install it. Yes, you do. So you need to go ahead and install the patch. Same way. New folder. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Okay. Install. And go ahead and install the patching, and patch will install too, of course, because it's only changing some files for all the maps and stuff, so they'll actually load. So, I don't think I need to do a cut here. So, I'm just gonna ramble and say random shit. Actually, no, I'm not. Alright, so it's gonna pull up more stuff, and I'm gonna go ahead and exit out of that. And then, this is gonna say stop. I guess yes, because I want it to continue. So, go ahead and press enter or whatever to continue that. And once the patch installs, you're gonna want to go ahead and open up your directory. In this case, you'll see a lot more files than last time, about twice as many. So make sure your directory is open, and bring it here, and go ahead and open up Nightly, which is the actual redacted patch. So once you have this, you're going to want to go ahead and select and drag over all the things in the Nightly and just put them into your game directory with everything else in them. And go ahead and replace all the files if it does. Oh shit, I think it'll just launch the game. Well, that's a shame. Yeah. I don't think it's actually going to launch, because I think I accidentally launched it just straight out of, like, the redacted frickin' patch. So I don't even know what I just did. Yeah, it of course crashed, because I didn't even load it with anything. I just, like, double-clicked something over here. So, I'm going to go ahead and close the window for all this, because I did not mean to do that. Anyway, go ahead and select all of it and bring it over there. Hold on. Alright, so I'm gonna have to work around this little black screen over here from where the game launched and exit out of it and failed to do anything, because I have Task Manager up, but of course it pulls up in this here, which is absolutely retarded how Task Manager does that. But make sure you go ahead and select all the files that are in the redacted and just carry them over. So select them all and carry them over into your directory, and it's moving them, and it's gonna ask you to replace some things, so just replace the files in the destination, and do this all for all current. Continue. I'm guessing because it's actually using Black Ops 2 right now or something, because the freaking game's up. So yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, so I had to actually go ahead and restart my computer because that screen would not go away, and Task Manager is always failing me and not doing its job and showing up in the right spot. It always shows up right here, right where shit happens. Or when I need it, it always shows up in the wrong spot. So, yeah, as I said, I needed to restart my computer. So, where were we? We were in the directory, and we were copying over Redacted, I believe. So, I'm going to go ahead, Nightly, you know what I mean, Nightly patch. So, I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and I'm going to go ahead and drag everything over once again. Even though I'm going to have to replace every file again. But, it's alright, and it's taking a little bit longer, obviously, because I just started up my PC. And I probably should wait a little bit before I started recording again, but I'm very impatient. And obviously, copying over the Nightly patches and stuff will only take a second. It will probably take like 5 seconds, but it's taking a little bit now. Obviously, because I just said why, but yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and replace them now, because it went ahead and finished moving everything over. And replace. And it replaced everything, so you successfully moved everything over. And I believe that's it. There is an online version for all this redacted stuff, obviously, because there's several other ways that you can actually launch the game here. Redacted, this is the one with all the passwords and crap. You need to go make an account with it. There's the launcher, you know, with all this other stuff that I don't really know much about. The only thing I know about is the Redacted Barebone, which is from Nightly. And this is where you can go ahead and type in your name and launch either multiplayer, which is obviously custom games, offline, or zombies. And there's this. So my computer's dying right now, I'm sorry. It can't handle doing all this shit when it just started up. But then it has the, this thing, and then you pick your thing, and then offline, or the online thing, when you make your account. I don't know if that's Rep Z or if that's Redacted. I believe that this is still Redacted too, the Redacted website. And then here's what I would recommend just using. This is the zombie mode. You double click it, starts up zombies, single player, campaign, and then here's multiplayer. Might as well just go ahead and load up multiplayer. So double click T6MP, and it's gonna go ahead and start up the game, which you guys probably can't see it right now. It's gonna start up the console and start up the game. You might be able to see some really glitched out screen right now with all the resolutions screwed up, but you shouldn't be able to see the game. Well, hopefully it works. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I hear it loading. I hear it. I hear it, boys. Alright, how about this? Oh god, it's gonna do this again, isn't it? Control delete, boys. Task manager. Apologies, I'm not trying to cut here for reasons. Alright, so how about we do this? How about we load it through Redacted Barebone? Multiplayer. Start. Maybe you need to launch it through this at first. I don't know. So it's going to bring up the console for other modding purposes, which I haven't found a reason to use the console, but I know I have seen people use it for modding, even though I just use GSC Studio. And as you can see, it is loading. I don't think you guys can actually see it because I need to turn it into full screen windowed. So let me go ahead and do that, so you guys can see the game. Settings. Oh, it is in full screen windowed. Alright. So full screen windowed. You guys can see the game here. You know, it's all legit. You know, everything's up. I'm going to be bringing you guys this tutorial on how to install a mod menu using GSC Studios on Redacted. This actually has carried over all my other settings and stuff from, what do you call it? From my other saves and stuff, which is interesting. Even though I'm just going to delete this one after. Because, yeah. So, I'm going to go ahead and load up a game and just walk around for a second and then end the video. But, if you guys enjoyed this video and it helped, go ahead and comment down below if you guys had any troubles as well. I don't know why I said if this helped and shit, because, I don't know. I don't really ask for likes, because, you know, but you can if you want, I guess. But, yeah, it's about it for this video, once this map shows up. And I will be bringing you guys a tutorial on how to install a mod menu tomorrow using GSC Studios, which I actually had a little bit of trouble figuring out, but since I figured it out, I want to go ahead and show it to you guys, and everything. So, yeah, that's about it for this video. And you guys can obviously see that the game is working. If I will just walk forward, and then I'm going to end the video. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I will see you guys in my next video. So, peace!